Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we're doing another update video to the situation that's going on in Virginia. So as of about an hour, the things have changed and negatively for folks who are supporters of civil liberties and gun rights. So let me back up and just sort of walk everybody through it. On Wednesday, the governor of Virginia declared that the Capitol grounds would be a gun-free zone because he was claiming that there was credible evidence and credible intel that there was a possible attack that was going to happen during the Lobby Day rally. So again, for those that don't know, the Virginia Citizens Defense League is planning a rally on the 20th, Monday. I believe it starts at 8 a.m. In favor of gun rights and civil liberties for the residents of Virginia and trying to stop the unconstitutional gun confiscation laws that are being proposed in Virginia, which will turn millions of gun owners into felons overnight if they actually are passed. So with that, a lot of folks are planning to attend the rally on the 20th, and the governor, I think he's afraid of what may happen, has taken a number of steps to limit the possible effectiveness of the rally, one of them being declaring the Capitol grounds a gun-free zone just from the 17th through the 21st, which is insane. The Virginia Constitution bars him from doing that unless it is a sanctuary. So apparently now the Capitol grounds, which for those who don't know is an open area, there's no roof or anything like that on it. The Capitol grounds are now a sanctuary, according to the governor. And unfortunately, Virginia Citizens Defense League, as well as Gun Owners of America, challenged this all the way up to the Virginia Supreme Court. And today the Supreme Court ruled with the governor, which is insane. And unfortunately, it just shows politics are behind all of this, because if you can read, you would know that this is unconstitutional both for the American Constitution, the Virginia Constitution, the state constitution, as well as a 2012 law which was passed specifically stating that the governor could not do this. So with that, today is the last work day before Monday, so the reality is that's just the way it's going to be. Now, just to kind of give you guys an overview of what's going on there right now, the governor has additionally mandated that the Capitol Police set up a fenced-in perimeter with, as of right now, 2 apparently entrance points, perhaps 1. I've heard it both ways. There's lots of images going around social media right now of the cages that they plan on putting protesters in. And in order to get into that cage right now, they're going to use a metal detector and wand you to prevent you from getting in there with a firearm due to the governor's orders. So my thoughts on that. Me personally, I will not be going in anywhere that is declared a gun-free zone. I will be carrying a gun. I carry a gun every day. There's no reason that at an event like this, I wouldn't carry a gun. So with that, if you look at the map here that's on your screen, right now, the area that's sort of been designated for folks who are carrying firearms, this is by the Virginia Citizens Defense League, not by the state. Where they're recommending that we go is to the 9th Street area. So that will be outside of the fence, and you'll be able to carry your guns as you normally would in Virginia per Virginia state law. So that's kind of where I'm thinking right now that most folks are going to be set up. However, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to show up, probably more than were expected, and especially with this state Supreme Court decision, probably even more people are going to show up because it's simply showing that the state, both Virginia as well as the state being the government, has little value for our rights and what we believe in. So showing up there and letting them know that we are out there and we are real people who have legitimate concerns about what's happening in this country is something that I think anyone who can do should do. So once again, I will not be going within the fenced-in area, that is, unless for whatever reason, holes in the fence tend to open up, allowing for easier movement through the fence without any metal detectors or law enforcement officers checking people for firearms. If that happens, I have no problem going on the Capitol grounds with my firearms and demonstrating as all Americans should be able to do. Otherwise, though, I will not be put in a fenced-in kill zone without a firearm to protect myself. That's just simply absurd. Speaking of that protection, I should address this because this may be the last video I make before Monday. I'm not sure. Don't have any other ones planned. But for those who are attending, just kind of some tips, some thoughts from me. Obviously, you guys are all adults. You can make your own choices. However, some things to keep in mind. Number one, there will be cameras everywhere. a lot of those cameras won't be friendly to pro-civil liberties folks like ourselves. So with that, there also very likely will be folks there who are trying to incite reactions from folks who are protesting in favor of the Second Amendment. So just be aware of that, right? They may be just genuinely doing it because they don't believe in what we believe in, or they may be paid by Soros or Bloomberg or any of the number of groups that have a history of doing these sorts of things to invoke a response that will make us look bad. So with that, definitely encourage folks to be peaceful. You know, if these folks try to antagonize you, move on, let a law enforcement officer know if there is one nearby and the situation is still peaceful, that someone is trying to incite the crowd, and they will deal with it accordingly, hopefully. Additionally, you know, have plans. If you guys haven't checked out my Facebook page right now, the Virginia state government and the Capitol Police have contracted with a technology company that has the capability and a system that is in place as of today, the 17th, which is designed to monitor all cell phone communications, as well as has the capability to block all cell phone communications. So with that, have a secondary comms plan. For those of you guys that have been in the military, PACE is what we call it, and have one of those set up for the folks that are in your group. Speaking of groups, stay in groups as much as possible. One person alone, if you take a look at some of the different protests that have gone on around our country within the last 2 to 3 years, these hate groups tend to just randomly jump single people. It is what it is. So for your safety, I recommend traveling in groups. That said, you know, there's other things that you should probably have on you. If you want to carry a gun, again, by all means, carry a gun. I will be carrying a gun. If you want to have some other type of standoff mechanism, whatever that may be, recommend pepper spray. It has a tendency to adjust people's attitude. If you get some, do not purchase the gel. That's my 2 cents. You want the actual spray. Additionally, if you look at protests like this that have happened, again, over the last 2 to 3 years, certainly a possibility of CS gas in the air. So with that, there's several things you can do. Of course, having some sort of respiratory mechanism to help defeat that would be good. I'm not saying you have to do it. I realize it sounds crazy. Additionally, if you don't have that, a wet rag over your mouth for breathing can help mitigate the effects of that. So just, I guess, keep that in mind. Regardless, guys, I don't want to make this a negative video, although it already is, but the situation there is pretty insane. It is what it is at this point. Again, I will be there. For folks that don't know, I will be handing out Brownells mags. I have a whole bunch of them, and right now there's another company that sent mags. If they arrive in time, we'll have additional magazines to send, but I don't want to put anything out without me having them in my hands personally. So stay tuned to my Facebook page, Instagram, etc. For posts and updates on those sorts of things. Additionally, on my Facebook page, for those of you guys that don't follow me there, that's where I've been posting things all day long that are updates on the situation, because again, this situation it's changing rapidly. So it is what it is, and there's not a lot of media coverage out of it that isn't slanted. So I'm trying to get it out there as best I can, as fast as I can here on the channel, but Facebook and Instagram really are the best places to do that, because I don't have to do a real full video to get it out there. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things like that, post them down below in the comment section. If you guys are new here because of all the Virginia coverage lately, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to seeing everybody at the rally, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video.